Bonjour, monsieur. Parlez-vous français, monsieur? Parlez-vous français, monsieur? Parlez-vous français, monsieur? Rabbiton!
Which is the Dada piece by Hugo Ball. We were presented with this script, and as you might be able to tell, the script is pretty much just sounds. It is just sounds. And so we were then faced with the challenge of what do we do with just these sounds. And so one thing that we were really, really keen on is the idea of play and playfulness. And so this idea of play and playfulness led us to the idea of object theatre. So object theatre is effectively you take an object and you turn it into a piece of theatre and you turn it into a puppet. And so we decided that we would set it within a Christmas dinner and try to be able to recreate the nativity using just these sounds and using just objects that you would find on a Christmas dinner table. So that's effectively what we've done. And it took us a while to get the framework, and we then decided that we'd have the framework of this family having Christmas dinner, because then that opened up so many possibilities. How could these objects be used? How could they move? How could we use them in puppets to tell a story? And it was this framework of a failed Christmas dinner that gave the catalyst for all the action that you saw today. So I hope you all enjoyed it, and yeah, had a good laugh. So thank you. Any questions?
Hi. I was quite interested in your character, the maternal figure, because you were quite sort of absent from the piece a lot of the time. But when you did come in, you made quite an impact on us. Is that in the script? I'm not familiar with the piece, but was that something that was intentional on your part? Did you want to show sort of absence of
the script, as Helena said, literally was just da 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 da.
Yeah. It's made up of 6 scenes that are separated by kind of a title.
That's no stage direction, no recreated the characterisation.
It was literally just the title that made us know, and that you know that that was the nativity. So it would be like the entire framework is
what?
We thought we'd use Catherine as the kind of the through line to push it along, because before that we had the idea of the kind of Christmas themed play with the Christmas dinner kind of double meaning thing, but we felt there was a lack of structure, and for someone with an outside eye, it was very hard to tell what on earth we were doing other than ruining food. We thought we brought in the idea of the Christmas dinner going wrong when the mum's away, the kids and the granddad and the dad will play. And so we thought every time Catherine moved in, then we could move it on and see.
Yeah. I guess like, as well as answer to your question as why the mum had such an impact whenever she was on stage, I guess was because she was kind of the catalyst to the next scene. So obviously if I was just kind of like, oh, maybe there's a bench and then wandered off, the scene, like, you could easily just not notice that.
Yeah.
It needs to be a definite chapter change.
But there are no stage directions at all.
No.
It's literally just a sequence of...
It will say
Yeah,
so because it's a Dada script, so that's Dada is really hard to define, but it's pretty much like anti-system. Well, the whole point is that it shouldn't really have a definition. So it was literally just sounds and words on a page, and sometimes it was even hard for us to figure out what that word was trying to, what sound that word would create.
So you got a few kind of not translations.
So we had to kind of have a real play with how we can make the sounds. And the structure of the family, that is completely like something that we brought to the text to kind of give it new life.
Absolutely.
Oh, thank you.
I thought it was a good recovery. Oh, sorry.
I was just going to say, I thought it was so funny when the roast chicken was the baby. But then I got upset when it became the crucifix and the crucified Jesus. I thought that was a step too far. Did anybody else?
That it's in the script. That's what
very quickly changes from lovely in the stable to
It's very strange. It kind of has nativity and then death.
Yeah.
So the 30 years in the middle don't happen.
We didn't just go, you know what, let's just kill Jesus. It was in the script.
Yeah, so the way we kind of went around that sudden change was having it so that the mum was like, come in and she finally had a chance to play, and so that means that she kind of takes it that step too far.
I guess the way we thought that we could get away with it was by making it, I don't know, hopefully by making it farcical, making it funny. We hoped to not upset people too far.
Yeah.
It was interesting.
So did you have...
I was just going to say, great characterisation, good recovery with your glasses. Can I ask you, was it actually typecasted? Because they were all excellent.
Well, actually, it was kind of like, it just kind of felt naturally, because as we say, we actually blocked the whole thing, but without the kind of family. And then as soon as we got the family in, we just kind of naturally slotted into
objects in play. We all took on different roles.
We would see.
I also think it makes common sense that I've been Daisy's mum because.
Yeah, so
Very good.
kind of typecasting.
I was going to go back to the point that was said down here about the crucifix and feeling like I didn't want that to happen, which I suppose speaks words about how much we invest in a chicken as a character. To say bravo, and the fact that I also didn't want, I didn't like the fact that the chicken was then crucified, which I suppose is a good thing because it's making me invest in it.
It's the centerpiece of the story and of the dinner. So
yeah, I think that's the kind of effect we were going for, because in this script it is that's too far, and it's the idea that the mum just gets a bit too carried away, and then in doing that act, which is actually a really horrible act, completely destroys the play and ends the whole thing. So yeah,
We've got Hugo Ball playing.
yeah, we got Hugo.
I think it's the total opposite. I thought the crucifixion of the chicken was hilarious because it just showed the breakdown of Catherine's character, and it was just hilarious, and I really enjoyed it. I'm not saying you're wrong or I'm right, but I found it absolutely hilarious, and it was really well done. Really enjoyed that.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Did you meet any problems with dealing with all these bits on the table?
Many.
And you had to allow us to see them all. So there was one bit when I got really bothered because there was tinsel. I thought, I'm not going to be able to see those lambs again. they've hidden behind. So what kind of problems did you meet?
Exactly that kind of thing, actually. You know, it's drawing focus when we got to kind of about halfway through the rehearsal process, we come up with this sort of vague structure. We thought, well, no one knows where to, even we don't know where to look, so we need to go through it again, you know, with a fine-tooth comb and say, okay, where do we want it to be looking now? And now, we want to bring things to the front and try and, you know,
we really
draw
focused
focus.
on what would look where, and of course, unfortunately, probably some things they get lost on the table, but we really tried to focus on where the characters would be looking and what would be played with, so that it brought you guys as an audience your attention in, so you know that, okay, so they stopped playing with X and now it's that, so we've moved on. And that was a really key part.
There's a quote from a piece in the Telegraph that's talking about attention and inattention, and how objects are constantly fighting to live, and that if there's any sort of inattention, that kind of focus is completely gone.
We did actually have to sacrifice some objects, because originally the table was only one of these tables, and we lost a plate, glass smashed, everything. We were trying to muscle. We were originally going to have pigs and blankets to be pigs, but then we realised that they didn't eat pork, so we got them there.
And there was no pigs in the script, which was something like, oh, there's actually no pigs.
But there were meant to be elephants and
camels, a lot. Unfortunately, we had to cut out a lot.
There's an element,
not too much, but
there's an element of there's so many puppeteers that if everyone's doing, you can only give one object your attention, and it also became very busy if everyone, including myself, was to be huddled around the manger with all kinds of things at the same time. Everything would just get lost.
And I think it was like absolutely vital that we had Helena as our outside eye to tell us what was missing, what needed to be focused
telling
on.
us when to focus and when to, what is the central part of that scene.
We were all originally stood throughout, but it meant that from Helena's perspective, most of the attention was then going on to us and just kind of seeing our forearms, and so we thought we'd sit the whole family, even along the end, then it was purely focused on the puppets.
Any other questions?
Did you always know you were going to do it in here?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, because it was quite well laid out. And
Yeah.
things happening everywhere.
Nice.